So my name is Chris Hiller. I'm an original board member of Cinco Charities, and I've been the chairman of the board, the vice chair of the board, and currently I'm the treasurer. Well, the story of the Ballard House really begins back in 2006 when a group of realtors from Keller Williams Realty in Katy came together and decided to find a project where they could leave a legacy in their community. Because there were many hospitals being built in the Katy area, and because our business is housing, we thought that a Ronald McDonald type of project would be something we would undertake. We didn't really understand what it would look like or how long it would take. It was just a dream and an idea. And the co-owners of our Keller Williams franchise, Katy and Gail Huffman, founded Cinco Charities, a 501c3. And 9 realtors came together as the original board of directors. So we came together in the fall of 2006 and began meeting monthly. We went through a lot of the startup of a corporation, trademarks, and all our documentation. Of course, we were working for our nonprofit status. At the same time, we were holding small fundraisers. We began to raise money. And after about 2 years, we decided to start doing what our mission was. So we continued our fundraising, and soon churches and hospitals began to take note of what we were doing. In particular, MD Anderson came on board with a large donation, and they also began to tell the community, the medical community, what we are about. And through MD Anderson, a patient of theirs named Aaron Ballard came to learn of our mission. The first thing the Ballard family did was they donated a small 3-bedroom house that they had to our charity on a lease. And so we were now able to house people for longer periods of time and much less expensively. And that really gave us the testing grounds for having the operation and the facility that we have today. Shortly after we started housing people in what came to be known as Aaron's house, the Ballard family came to us and gave us a grant, told us that they would build this 24-room facility that we now occupy. And it was truly a gift, not only to Cinco Charities, but to Katy as well. I have often said that if Katy is a large house, then the Ballard House is the guest room.
Hello, I'm Kathy Alt. I have the privilege of serving as the Executive Director at the Ballard House. The Ballard House provides lodging for patients and their families who have to travel to the Houston area to receive medical treatment for a life-threatening illness. Most of our guests are struggling with cancer or waiting for a transplant. We have 24 guest suites here and many lovely common areas. We encourage our guests to mingle and to get to know each other. Since we opened our doors 3 years ago, we have provided 22,000 nights of completely free lodging for our guests. Our guests come from many different countries, from across the U.S. as well as across Texas. Our primary goal is to be a home away from home for these guests and their families. I have a dedicated team that I work tirelessly with. Melissa Nunmaker, Johnny Ware, and Jim Dillingham are dedicated to our mission as well. In addition to that, we have several volunteers that help. They come and they serve wholeheartedly. They encourage our guests. They're a listening ear. They're there to support our guests, and we're so grateful for them. Through the past 3 years, a secondary goal has developed, and that's to be a convenient, close place for the youth of Katy to come and learn about volunteerism. The Ballard House is a great place to raise up a new generation of servant leaders.
Hi, my name's Jim, and I'm officially responsible for the maintenance of this beautiful building that we call the Ballard House. Is provide a safe and comfortable and serene environment for folks who are in need of that kind of an environment. And that is the first job for all of us as volunteers or staff with the Ballard House, to make sure that that happens. The other part of that that's really important is that, and the blessing that comes from being a part of this place, this very special place, is the relationships, the friendships that we are able to develop with the folks that we come in contact with here as guests. It's very, very special. The other part of that is that there's a presence of God in this place that is totally miraculous. We see it day in and day out. His presence is here, and we witness to His response to our prayers and the prayers of others. And there's such a joy that comes with that part of this environment.
Volunteering at the Ballard House is actually the highlight of my week. I'm a guest wrangler here at the house, and what that means is when people check into the Ballard House, I actually show them around and show them the different rooms and check them in. When they come in, oftentimes they're a little bit nervous and obviously afraid because this is probably one of the darkest moments of their lives. But it's amazing to watch as they get into the house and they make friends and they see people that are going through what they're going through. And all of a sudden, it's just really one big happy family doing life together in this tough journey. As a volunteer also, I find that my heart really gets close to a lot of the guests here, and it gives me an opportunity to really pray for their lives and pray for their doctors and all that they're going through. And I have to say that I hate that there's a place like this, but I'm so glad that there's a place like this so that people can come here and relax in this tough journey that they're going through. It's a true blessing.
Hi, I'm Libby Bissett. I've been with the Ballard House since right after they opened this location. Seen lots of stories come through these doors, and they've all been amazing. This place is amazing. The way the town of Katy has embraced it is just, it's a godsend. It truly is. It was a godsend for me, this ministry, and I totally appreciate it. You form friendships with guests that carry with you way past the time of when they check out and go back home.
Good morning. I'm Nancy Drain and my husband Bill. We've been married 53 years, and fortunately or unfortunately, a few years ago my husband was diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma on his head. And although we were treated in our hometown, they didn't accomplish what was necessary. So we chose to come here to MD Anderson Hospital, and at that time, they informed us about the Ballard House. And we were so fortunate to be included in this wonderful place. We've made several trips, and after his original surgery and chemo and radiation, we were here for maybe 2 or 3 months and met some wonderful people and hopefully lifetime friends.
Hello, my name is Salim. We are the caregivers for my mother, Ruby. We wanted to do the right thing for Mom. and thinking the universe will balance itself afterwards. We drove, and when we got the diagnosis, we saw a social worker saying, how can I manage this? What shall I do? Because I don't have unlimited finance, my 401k is dwindling down. Cancer happens to be a both life-altering as well as a finance-altering disease, both for the patient as well as their caregivers, particularly in our situation when we chose to completely put our lives on hold and take care of mom. I did stop by at the Ballard House and put our name. And we're just hoping and praying something will happen so we can manage this whole situation. No matter how your condition was before this disease, every day, little by little, dwindling assets, dwindling everything, makes life so difficult and makes it difficult to focus on the main goal, taking care of the disease of your loved ones. All on a sudden, I get this call. Katy, actually, from the Ballard House called and said, well, we have some good news. You can come. And you know, this is almost like a God exists moment. And we meet this wonderful place, wonderful volunteers. This is almost like a 5-star hotel, if you really look at it. And the environment is safe, and you just have to focus on the main goal, taking care of your loved ones. The whole structure of the place is such that there is a support system built in. And this place would be nothing if there were not compassionate volunteers. Everybody, from the moment you walk in, to the volunteers who sometimes feed you, they are so compassionate. It makes you compassionate. And the main thing I would again emphasize about the Ballard House, which I really found very, very helpful, is that there is no means asset test. You have a disease, you have a place, you take care of the thing. And that's very helpful.
Ballard House is like a whole package. It's not only the place, but then it's the food, the people, the volunteers, like Katy, everybody.
Everybody.
It's the whole package.
For me, for my mother, and we can feel confident that when my mom walks around down here, she's in a safe environment and she can manage and become independent. And that's the biggest support I can see. And the bottom line is, it is making sure that the patient's needs are paramount.
My name is Bill Rackstein. I'm from Lubbock, Texas. Came to Ballard House a year and a half ago. We saw the generosity of the Ballards and the volunteers that work here and the staff and all the people who come here and help take care of us while we're here. And this is my wife, Katy.
We have a list of what we call God things, and they are just wonderful things that have happened to us. And Ballard House is definitely on that list. When we came to Houston, his doctors told him for us to prepare to be here for 4 months. We came here not knowing where we were going to be, and just a couple of hours out of town, we received a call from Ballard House, and they said, we have a place for you. And they've just been so good to us. We've made good friends. We've stayed in contact with both patients and volunteers.
You know, besides the rooms that they have here, they have this beautiful library. They have a place for the children to play with, big toys for them to play with, kitchen, and all kinds of things that little boys and little girls love. And they have the chapel, and they have the kitchen and dining facilities, and it's just all available. We are just so grateful that we found this place.
The Ballard House is a truly special place. Thanks to the generosity of the Ballard family, we have a beautiful, spacious facility. But that is not what makes this place so special. What makes it special is a sense of community. This sense of community is manifested in many different ways. The Ballard House community has been embraced by the Katy community. We have dozens of area businesses that support us with donations of goods and services. We have over 60 volunteers who, together with our staff, create an atmosphere of community at the Ballard House. Various organizations bring in meals and stock our pantry so that Most days we are able to supply meals as well as lodging for our guests. We have guests stay with us from all over the country and all over the world. At the moment, we have families staying with us from Uganda and Pakistan. Let me give you two specific examples of the community at the Ballard House. The other day we watched as several ladies gathered around the kitchen stove so that a lady from Pakistan could show ladies from Michigan, Pennsylvania, and South Texas Pakistani cooking techniques. Our guests have created completely on their own and without any encouragement from us a Facebook Ballard House alumni page so that they can stay in touch with each other after they leave the Ballard House. At the Ballard House, we are able to provide a bit of a respite from the financial and emotional pressures that come with fighting a serious disease. Please help us continue to be able to provide a place where our guests are surrounded with warmth and compassion and do not have to worry about where they will stay or how they will pay.